Many people view investing as a skill driven solely by intuition or luck. However, Jim Simons demonstrated that science, mathematics, and curiosity are far more powerful tools than any guesswork. He transitioned from the academic world, where he was a renowned figure, to apply the precision of numbers in the financial market, and the results were extraordinary. Imagine an investment fund that surpasses the most renowned in the industry, not through risk, but by pure intelligence. In this video, you will learn how this visionary made his mark in history by combining the extraordinary with the innovative, leaving essential lessons that can transform the way you view finance and success. The birth of Renaissance technologies, the founding of Renaissance technologies, in 1982 marked a pivotal moment that solidified Jim Simons as one of the greatest visionaries in investment history. Unlike other hedge funds at the time, Renaissance didn't rely on gut feelings or subjective analysis. Simons had a clear goal: to transform the financial market into a mathematical problem and solve it using data and algorithms. The idea seemed audacious, almost like a leap into the unknown. But it was precisely this blend of curiosity and intellect that set him apart from his peers. From the beginning, Renaissance was built on an innovative principle: to bring together experts from various fields to work in harmony. Simons recruited mathematicians, physicists, engineers, and computer scientists, believing that analytical and interdisciplinary thinking was the key to unlocking the market's mysteries. This team was unconventional in the financial sector, but it was exactly this diversity that allowed the company to develop quantitative models that revolutionized the way investments were made. One of the first hurdles they faced was dealing with the immense volume of available data. Simons and his team needed to find patterns in a sea of seemingly random information. To do this, they built advanced algorithms to analyze historical prices, transaction volumes, and other factors, searching for hidden correlations that could be exploited. This approach was so extraordinary that many traditional investors deemed it unfeasible. But Simons proved he was on the right track when the first consistent returns began to appear. Renaissance Technologies quickly became known as an entirely different kind of company. Its philosophy was based on extreme diversification. Rather than making large bets on a few stocks, the company made thousands of smaller investments, each based on rigorous mathematical models. This strategy, which minimized risks and maximized returns, was a groundbreaking innovation in the financial sector. A fascinating example of this approach is that, contrary to what might be expected, Simons rarely made manual decisions. He trusted the mathematical models entirely, believing they were smarter and less susceptible to human emotion. In addition to its unique methodology, Renaissance was also known for its discretion. Simons understood that secrecy was a key competitive advantage. He avoided publicity whenever possible, keeping the company's operations shrouded in mystery. This only fueled the intrigue surrounding his figure and Renaissance, which seemed to operate at a level of sophistication unreachable by competitors. The company's organizational culture reflected Simons' vision. He encouraged collaboration, experimentation, and constant innovation. Everyone at Renaissance was free to test new ideas and explore unconventional paths, as long as they were grounded in solid data. This creative mentality, combined with a near-scientific discipline, helped Renaissance become a powerhouse in the investment world. The emergence of Renaissance Technologies wasn't just the creation of a company, it marked the beginning of a revolution in the financial market. Simons' method challenged conventional wisdom, showing that mathematical intelligence could outperform human decisions. From this point forward, Renaissance would begin achieving results that would leave the world stunned, culminating in the extraordinary performance of the Medallion Fund, which would redefine success in the industry. The Medallion Fund, the world's most profitable fund, If there is one achievement that solidifies Jim Simons as a legend in the financial world, it is the Medallion Fund. Created within Renaissance Technologies, this fund became the most profitable in history, surpassing even the most optimistic expectations. What's the secret? A combination of sophisticated algorithms, intelligent diversification, and strict discipline in following mathematical predictions, even when they seemed to defy traditional logic. The Medallion Fund operates in a completely unique way. While many funds bet on a small number of assets based on human analysis, the Medallion Fund executes tens of thousands of trades per day, each based on precise quantitative models. The strategy is the opposite of all or nothing. It bets on many small gains that add up to extraordinary returns. This innovative and influential approach formed the foundation of its success, making it nearly unbeatable in the financial market. The results are remarkable. For decades, the Medallion Fund has had an average annual return rate above 66%, a figure so incredible it seems almost unattainable. Even after exorbitant fees, including a 5% management fee and 44% profit share, investors still enjoy returns that outshine the best market performances. This extraordinary performance places it in a historic category, a benchmark that other funds aspire to, though few come anywhere close to achieving the same success. What makes the Medallion Fund so unique? One of its biggest advantages is the massive use of data. The models don't just analyze current market conditions. They also look for historical patterns that could provide clues about future movements. To feed these algorithms, Renaissance collects an extraordinary amount of information, including data on weather, politics, and even cultural events. Simons believed that in a connected world, even the most trivial phenomena could influence the market, and he used this insight to build a revolutionary fund. Another critical point is the team behind the Medallion Fund. Instead of hiring traditional financial experts, Simons brought together scientists, engineers, and mathematicians, many of whom had no experience in investing. This unconventional approach resulted in extraordinary solutions that ignored market conventions and focused solely on what the numbers indicated. The Medallion Fund didn't rely on human instincts. It trusted the power of science and technology to make better decisions. Despite all its success, the Medallion Fund is shrouded in mystery. It was closed to new outside investors in 2005, becoming accessible only to Renaissance employees and their families. This exclusivity only added to the curiosity about how it operates, but Simon's team keeps its methods entirely secret. The only thing known for sure is that, for its investors, the Medallion Fund is a true wealth-generating machine. The rise of the Medallion Fund is a testament to how intelligence and innovation can break through any barrier. Jim Simons didn't just challenge the market's rules, he rewrote them. But while the Medallion Fund dominated the financial world, the impact of Renaissance technologies went far beyond numbers, spreading its influence into areas that would leave a lasting imprint on science and technology. Mathematics in control of the financial market, Jim Simons defied the notion that financial markets are unpredictable, firmly believing that mathematics could offer the answers to decipher them. His quantitative approach revolutionized the sector, demonstrating that, instead of relying on intuition or economic narratives, it was possible to use mathematical formulas and statistical models to find patterns and predict market movements. This innovative method transformed Renaissance technologies into a financial powerhouse. What set Simon's approach apart was his ability to process vast amounts of data to uncover hidden relationships. While other investors analyzed charts and annual reports, Renaissance built algorithms that processed variables as diverse as oil price fluctuations or the effects of weather phenomena. Every piece of data had the potential to offer a clue, and the ability to cross seemingly unrelated information was one of the secrets behind the success of their models. One of the extraordinary ideas that guided Simons was that, just like in nature, financial markets also follow patterns. He compared the movement of stocks to physical phenomena, such as the flow of fluids or the propagation of waves. Using equations that drew from these analogies, Simons was able to predict trends that appeared invisible to other investors. This analytical intelligence was like having a strategic advantage in a game where the rules seemed random to most. The power of this applied mathematics was so influential that other major investors began adopting quantitative methods. However, Renaissance always stayed one step ahead, constantly refining its algorithms. A practical example of their method was the use of machine learning long before the technology became popular. Renaissance's systems learned from mistakes and adjusted their strategies, becoming smarter and more effective over time. Despite the success, the use of mathematics in markets also brought ethical and practical challenges. Simons knew that models were not perfect and needed to be monitored closely. He also understood that large strategies could, at times, destabilize smaller markets. To address these issues, Renaissance adopted a cautious approach, maintaining strict limits on how and where to apply its methods. This strategic intelligence was key to balancing innovation with responsibility. Another incredible aspect was how adaptable this mathematics was. While many investors stuck to one approach, Simons insisted on frequently changing the models, believing that the only constant in the markets was change. This flexibility was crucial in times of economic crises and extreme volatility, ensuring that Renaissance remained resilient while others faltered. The application of mathematics to financial markets was a game changer. But for Simons, that was just the tip of the iceberg. He believed that the same principles could be applied to other areas of life, such as health, science, and education. And that's exactly what he did, expanding his vision beyond numbers and opening doors for even more impactful contributions in the future. The emergence of Renaissance technologies, the creation of Renaissance technologies in 1982 was a turning point that established Jim Simons as one of the most brilliant minds in investment history. Unlike other hedge funds of the time, Renaissance didn't rely on intuition or subjective assessments. Simons had a clear goal: to treat the financial market as a mathematical puzzle, solving it with data and algorithms. This bold idea seemed almost reckless at the time, but it was precisely this mixture of curiosity and intellect that allowed him to surpass his peers. From the outset, Renaissance was based on an innovative concept: assembling a team of specialists from various fields to collaborate effectively. Simons brought in mathematicians, physicists, engineers, and computer scientists, believing that analytical thinking and interdisciplinary work were essential to understanding the market's complexities. This team, unconventional in the financial world, was the key to developing mathematical models that would completely change how investments were approached. One of their early challenges was dealing with vast amounts of data. Simons and his team needed to identify patterns in a sea of seemingly random information. To solve this, they built advanced algorithms capable of analyzing historical pricing, transaction volumes, and various other factors, aiming to uncover hidden correlations that could be exploited. This approach was so innovative that many traditional investors dismissed it as unworkable. However, Simons proved them wrong when the first steady returns started appearing. Renaissance quickly earned a reputation for being unlike any other firm. Its philosophy was built around extreme diversification, rather than making large bets on a small number of assets. The company focused on thousands of smaller investments, all grounded in strict mathematical models. This strategy, which reduced risk and maximized returns, was a revolutionary breakthrough in the financial sector. Interestingly, Simons rarely made direct decisions. He placed his trust entirely in the mathematical models, believing they were more accurate and less influenced by emotional biases. Alongside its unique methodology, Renaissance was also known for its discretion. Simons understood that keeping a low profile was a strategic advantage. He kept the company's operations under wraps, avoiding publicity whenever possible. This only fueled the intrigue surrounding both Simons and Renaissance, making them seem almost untouchable in the eyes of competitors. Renaissance's organizational culture mirrored Simons' vision. He encouraged collaboration, constant experimentation, and innovation. Everyone at the company had the freedom to test new ideas, provided they were based on solid data. This combination of creativity and scientific rigor propelled Renaissance to the forefront of the investment world. The creation of Renaissance Technologies wasn't just about starting a new company. It was the beginning of a revolution in the financial market. Simons' approach defied conventional wisdom, demonstrating that mathematical intelligence could outsmart human intuition. From this point onward, Renaissance would go on to achieve results that would leave the financial world astounded, culminating in the spectacular success of the Medallion Fund, which would set new standards for success in the industry. The Medallion Fund, a record-breaking investment vehicle, one of the key accomplishments that cemented Jim Simons' place as an investment legend, is the Medallion Fund. Created within Renaissance Technologies, this fund became the most profitable in history, surpassing even the most optimistic projections. The key to its success: a mix of sophisticated algorithms, smart diversification, and an unwavering commitment to following mathematical forecasts, even when they contradicted traditional financial logic. The Medallion Fund works in a distinctive way. While most funds focus on a few large assets, Medallion executes tens of thousands of trades daily, each based on precise quantitative models. Its strategy isn't about making huge bets on a small number of stocks. It's about securing small, consistent gains that add up to enormous returns. This novel approach has been central to its success, making it virtually unbeatable in the market. The numbers speak for themselves. Over the years, Medallion has posted average annual returns above 66%, a staggering figure that seems almost unattainable, even after hefty fees, including a 5% management fee and 44% of profits. The investors still see returns that surpass the best performances in the market. This remarkable consistency places Medallion in a category of its own, setting a benchmark that other funds aim for but rarely reach. What sets Medallion apart? One major factor is its reliance on data. The models don't just analyze current market conditions, but also look for historical trends that may predict future movements. Renaissance collects an enormous amount of data, everything from climate and political information to cultural trends, to feed its algorithms. Simons believed that in an interconnected world, even the most seemingly insignificant events could influence the market, and he used this insight to build a revolutionary investment strategy. Another key element is the team behind Medallion. Instead of hiring financial experts, Simons recruited scientists, engineers, and mathematicians, many of whom had little to no experience in traditional investing. This unconventional mix led to innovative solutions that broke away from conventional market wisdom, focusing solely on what the numbers revealed. The Medallion Fund didn't rely on human judgment, but trusted the power of science and technology to make the best decisions. Despite its success, the Medallion Fund remains shrouded in mystery. It was closed to outside investors in 2005, with only Renaissance employees and their families allowed to participate. This exclusivity has only added to the intrigue, but Simons and his team keep the fund's methods tightly guarded. The one thing that is clear is that, for those who are part of it, Medallion is a wealth-generating powerhouse. The success of Medallion underscores the idea that intelligence and innovation can overcome any challenge. Simons didn't just challenge the financial system, he reinvented it, while Medallion reshaped the financial world. Renaissance technology's influence reached far beyond the stock market, leaving a profound impact on science and technology. Mathematics taking control of financial markets. Jim Simons proved that financial markets are not as unpredictable as many believe, maintaining that mathematics offers the answers to understanding them. His quantitative approach revolutionized the field by showing that, rather than relying on intuition or economic narratives, one could use mathematical formulas and statistical models to identify patterns and predict market movements. This innovation transformed Renaissance technologies into a financial juggernaut. What made Simons' approach stand out was his ability to process vast amounts of data to uncover hidden correlations. While other investors focused on charts and annual reports, Renaissance built algorithms that analyzed a wide variety of variables, including the fluctuation of oil prices or the impact of weather patterns. Each piece of data had the potential to provide a clue, and the ability to cross-reference seemingly unrelated data points was one of the secrets to their success. Simons believed that, just like in nature, financial markets follow patterns. He compared stock movements to physical phenomena, such as fluid dynamics or wave propagation. Using equations derived from these analogies, he could predict trends that were invisible to most other investors. This analytical intelligence gave him a strategic edge in a game where the rules seemed random to everyone else. The power of this applied mathematics was so influential that it inspired other major investors to adopt quantitative methods. However, Renaissance kept refining its algorithms, staying one step ahead. An example of their foresight was the use of machine learning before it became popular. Renaissance's systems learned from their mistakes, continuously adjusting their strategies to become more intelligent and effective. Despite all the success, applying mathematics to financial markets also brought its share of ethical and practical challenges. Simons knew that no model was perfect and needed to be carefully monitored. He also understood that large strategies could destabilize smaller markets. To manage these risks, Renaissance adopted a cautious approach, maintaining strict guidelines on how and where its models could be applied. This strategic wisdom helped balance innovation with responsibility. Another remarkable aspect was how adaptable these mathematical models were. While many investors stick to one approach, Simons was constantly evolving his models, believing that the only constant in the market is change. This flexibility proved essential during times of economic turmoil, ensuring that Renaissance remained resilient while other firms faltered. For Simons, the application of mathematics to finance was just the beginning. He believed that the same principles could be applied to other fields such as healthcare, science, and education. This broader vision would lead to even more groundbreaking contributions in the years to come. Jim Simons' philanthropic legacy. Jim Simons' remarkable success not only enriched his own life, but also provided him with the means to make a profound impact on the world across various sectors. With a fortune worth billions, he became one of the most influential philanthropists of our time, channeling his wealth into causes that reflect his passion for science, mathematics, and innovation. His philanthropic efforts are not just an extension of his genius, but also a manifestation of his belief that knowledge has the power to solve many of humanity's greatest challenges. One of Simons' most significant initiatives is the Simons Foundation, which he founded with his wife, Marilyn Simons. The foundation funds scientific research with a focus on fields like mathematics, theoretical physics, biology, and neuroscience. For Simons, science isn't just a means to uncover the mysteries of nature, it's also a practical way to address global issues. Through the Foundation's funding, major strides have been made in disease treatment and understanding complex conditions like autism spectrum disorders. Simons also invests heavily in education. His Math for America program, which is funded by the Simons Foundation, aims to improve the quality of math and science education across the United States. He recognizes that the future depends on the next generation and believes a strong educational system is essential to foster curious and influential minds like his own. The program not only provides financial support but also encourages and empowers teachers to become innovators in their classrooms. Additionally, Simons has directed substantial resources toward medical research. He has funded breakthroughs in medical technologies, particularly in data-driven approaches to diagnosing and treating diseases. For instance, his support for cancer research has led to the development of mathematical and statistical models used to design more effective therapies. This intersection of mathematics and healthcare highlights his interdisciplinary approach and his commitment to solving complex problems through collaborative efforts. Simons also maintains a low-key, private approach to his philanthropy. Despite being behind some of the largest donations in the world, he rarely seeks publicity for his contributions. This humble approach reflects his belief that true giving is about the impact it creates, not the recognition it brings. For Simons, the satisfaction comes from seeing ideas come to life and produce results that benefit society. His generosity extends beyond U.S. borders. He supports global initiatives, particularly in regions where scientific and educational advancements are most needed. This global perspective reflects his understanding that the challenges humanity faces are universal, and that progress anywhere benefits everyone. Through his philanthropy, Simons not only gives back to the world, but also inspires others to do the same. His legacy stretches far beyond his financial accomplishments, influencing fields that will shape the future of humankind. And as he continues to fund transformative projects, his quiet influence serves as a reminder that true wealth lies in how we choose to use it. The mystery and discretion. Jim Simons' personal life. Jim Simons is known not only for his brilliance, but also for his reserved and private nature. Despite being one of the most influential figures in the financial world, he keeps his personal life far from the public eye. This choice is intentional. Simons has always valued simplicity and privacy, even after achieving extraordinary wealth and success. His discretion is a striking contrast to the grand impact of his achievements. One reason for his low profile is the culture he fostered at Renaissance Technologies. He believed that strategic silence was essential to maintaining the company's competitive edge. This philosophy extended to his personal life. Unlike other billionaires who flaunt their success, Simons prefers to let his actions speak for themselves, reflecting his practical intelligence and strategic thinking. Despite his reserved public image, some insights into his routine and personal interests offer a glimpse into the man behind the public figure. Simons has a passion for sailing, a hobby he has enjoyed since his youth. He owns a yacht called Archimedes, named after the famous Greek mathematician, a tribute to his enduring admiration for the history of mathematics. For Simons, sailing is more than a hobby. It's a way to reconnect with nature and find inspiration in peaceful moments of solitude. Another notable aspect of his life is his close relationship with his family. Married to Marilyn Simons, he has children and grandchildren with whom he enjoys spending time. Despite living a life that many would consider extraordinary, he places great value on simple interactions and meaningful connections. He and his wife share a strong enthusiasm for philanthropy, working together to decide how best to allocate their resources toward impactful projects. However, Simon's life hasn't been without personal challenges. He has faced tragedies, such as the loss of one of his children in an accident, which left a lasting emotional impact on him. These events have further shaped his view on the importance of contributing to the greater good, fueling his dedication to philanthropy. Simons believes that even in difficult times, it's possible to transform pain into something meaningful, a lesson he applies to all areas of his life. His approach to the financial world also reflects this duality. While he is revered for his genius, Simons avoids public discussions about the market or his investment strategies. He rarely gives interviews, and when he does, his answers are measured and to the point. For Simons, silence is not just a choice but a powerful tool that helps protect both his personal and professional life. Jim Simons' private life serves as a reminder that true power doesn't require constant exposure. He proves that it's possible to be influential without being ostentatious, and that success, when driven by curiosity and intelligence, can be lived quietly. While he keeps his personal life reserved, he continues to inspire thousands with his revolutionary ideas and lasting impact. This prompts us to reflect on the valuable lessons we can learn from his unconventional journey. Lessons of success. What we can learn from Jim Simons. Jim Simons' journey is filled with valuable lessons for anyone seeking to achieve success in an innovative and intelligent way. One of his core philosophies is his unshakable belief in the power of curiosity. He always viewed life as a grand puzzle to be solved, exploring the most complex mysteries, whether in mathematics, financial markets, or the fundamental questions of nature. This extraordinary curiosity was the driving force that propelled him to accomplish what seemed impossible. Another powerful lesson is his willingness to question established norms. When Simons decided to use mathematical models for investing, he challenged the belief that financial markets relied solely on instinct and experience. He showed that, with intelligence and innovation, it was possible to approach complex problems in completely new ways. This mindset transformed him into a highly influential figure, not just in the world of investing, but in any field where creativity and analysis intersect. The importance of teamwork is also central to Simons' success. He never subscribed to the myth of the lone genius. Instead, he built a diverse team, bringing together brilliant minds from various disciplines to tackle challenges collaboratively. For Simons, true strength lies in the union of different perspectives, and his example reminds us that great achievements are rarely made alone. Simons also teaches the importance of learning from mistakes. At the start of his journey at Renaissance Technologies, many of his models failed. But instead of giving up, he viewed every failure as an opportunity to adjust and improve. This resilient mindset, accepting challenges as part of the process, is a valuable lesson for anyone seeking to achieve extraordinary results. Another valuable principle is the commitment to excellence. Simons was never satisfied with good enough. He constantly refined his strategies and models, always searching for the next big idea. This relentless pursuit of innovation is a powerful reminder that success is not just about reaching goals, but about maintaining curiosity and a willingness to continue learning. Simons' humility is also a rare quality for someone of his stature. Despite his historic success, he always acknowledged the role of his team and never placed himself above the systems and models he created. This humility reinforces the idea that true power comes from collaboration and respect for others' ideas. Finally, Simons shows us that success only makes sense when it's shared. Whether through his philanthropy, investment in education, or promotion of scientific advances, he transformed his wealth into a legacy that benefits society. He inspires those who seek not only to grow but to make a positive impact on the world. These lessons, as simple as they are profound, continue to shape generations of investors, scientists, and dreamers. And it's fascinating to think that his story is still unfolding, as the impact of his ideas resonates in every innovation he has inspired and in every life he has touched. The big question now is, how can we use these lessons to transform our own journeys? The lasting impact of Jim Simons on the world. Jim Simons is not just an icon in the world of investments. He is a historical figure whose influence has spread far beyond his field. His impact can be felt in areas as diverse as mathematics, data science, philanthropy, and of course, finance. He has proven that intelligence and curiosity can unlock unimaginable doors, leaving behind an extraordinary legacy that inspires generations to rethink what is possible. In the academic world, his contributions to differential geometry continue to shape mathematicians and scientists worldwide. His ideas, especially the Chern-Simons forms, have been applied in fields like theoretical physics and cosmology, helping to unravel the complex phenomena of the universe. He serves as a living example of how mathematics is not just an abstract science, but a powerful tool to understand the deepest mysteries of nature. In the financial sector, Simons changed the rules of the game. Renaissance technologies and the Medallion Fund set new standards for excellence, showing that quantitative models could outperform traditional analysis. His innovative approach paved the way for the growth of quantitative investing, which now dominates much of the global market. Many managers and researchers continue to try to replicate his strategies, but few come close to reaching the same level of sophistication and success. Simons also left a profound mark on the technology sector. His pioneering use of algorithms, big data, and machine learning at Renaissance influenced companies outside the financial sector, especially in areas like artificial intelligence and data science. His work showed that the integration of technology with analytical thinking could transform entire industries, a concept that underpins many startups and innovative corporations today. But perhaps Simons' most human impact lies in his philanthropy. His donations to education, science, and healthcare have had a lasting effect, not only on the projects he supports, but on the lives he transforms. He believes that knowledge is one of the greatest riches we can share, and his commitment to funding research and educational initiatives reflects this belief. Every project supported by the Simons Foundation is a seed planted for a smarter, more innovative, and just future. Moreover, his leadership style has deeply influenced organizational cultures worldwide. He demonstrated that great achievements come from diverse teams, shared ideas, and an environment that fosters experimentation. His human-centered collaborative approach inspires leaders to adopt strategies that value people and their contributions. Finally, Simons has taught us a priceless lesson about the power of simplicity and focus. He never got distracted by vanity or the need to prove himself. Instead, he trusted in the numbers, the science, and the strength of ideas. This subtle yet profound impact makes him a model of practical intelligence, resilience, and long-term vision. Jim Simons' legacy is not just about what he achieved, but about what he inspired. He shows us that the extraordinary is achievable for those who dare to think differently, challenge boundaries, and share what they learn. And perhaps the most exciting thing is that his story is still being written, leaving an impact that will continue to shape the world for generations to come.